Hey, it's Ryan from UpfitSupply.com, and in this video we're going to be installing a BackRack headache rack on our Ford F-150. Let's get started. Now, the way that BackRack does their installation instructions is there's actually going to be kind of a label inside your hardware bag with a QR code that you want to scan with your phone. It's going to give you a link to the installation instructions for your particular kit. We have ours printed out here just so we can reference this. Again, reference this for the ultimate source of information. Of course, we're doing our best to follow this as well. Now, just some quick notes. This happens to be a 2021 Ford F-150. It's the short bed, or the 5.5 foot bed, and so there's a little bit of a nuance with this particular bed length as compared to the 6.5 and the 8 foot bed F-150. That primarily is going to involve doing a little bit of modification to our little bed rail cap right here that we need to put a hole in there so we can attach this headache rack. Now, the way that the back rack is sold is there's like a frame part number, and then there's going to be a mounting bracket part number. So we're gonna make sure that you have both of those, and you're not just getting the frame or that you're not just getting the mounting bracket. At UpfitSupply.com, we actually don't sell them separately. We sell it as a single kit. And so if you're looking at the Ford F-150 back rack kit, it's going to include the mounting brackets as well as the frame specifically for the F-150. Now, you can also get your frame to accommodate toolboxes or just a normal mounting bracket. And so this one actually accommodates toolboxes. You can see we have a long surface right here that we can attach or have our toolbox sit on top of. The regular mounting brackets actually just kind of angles down here, but if you tried to mount a toolbox right behind it, you'd run into a conflict and it wouldn't work, and you have to mount the toolbox further back and things like that. So this is the mounting kit for the F-150 for toolboxes. So the first thing that we need to do here on our F-150, because it is the short bed, is there's no cap here for our little stake pocket like we do have on the rear. If you have the 6.5 foot bed or the 8 foot bed, there's actually a little cap that you can just remove right here and you're good to go. But on our 5.5 foot bed, for whatever reason, they don't put a little removable clip right there. But it does, there is a hole in the actual metal in the bed rail right here. And so what we need to do is just trim away a little bit and expand that hole so we can fit in our little bolt like here and attach our mounting brackets to this. So I'm gonna do the hard part for you. I'm gonna locate this hole here on our cap here. Then I'll give you some measurements so you can apply this on your particular bed so you know exactly where to put this hole, because it's kind of making a guess. So I'm just gonna stick this through the open hole over here, find the edges of that pocket on the actual bed itself. Just give me a starting point right here. I'm just gonna use a drill here with a drill stop on it to give me a little starting hole so I can figure out where this full stake pocket is in the actual truck bed. I'm just gonna use a utility knife to cut away some of this plastic. So you're gonna make sure that your hole is big enough so that the bolt can stick out kind of in the back side, and then there's this little tab. This bracket right here needs to be in place. So if you're curious on where this exact pocket is on your short bed, I'll just take a couple of measurements. Number one, it is kind of flush. You got these kind of inset little grips right here. It is flush with the inside edge of that. And then it sits back from the front pretty much 3 inches on the dot. So your inboard forward part of the stake pocket, about 3 inches from the front, and it's gonna be kind of flush with the side of this pad right here. So this is how our bolting pattern is going to go. Kind of against this plate, have a nylon washer. Then we're gonna have our male kind of machined washer right here. It's aluminum, I think. This is gonna go inside, sitting here like that. Then I'm going to take the female side of that aluminum washer, another nylon washer, steel washer, steel lock washer, then finally our nut. Let's get that hand tight for now. And we're going to set our spacer plate right here, and we're going to take self-adhesive foam spacer and put it on the forward side of the bolt. We're going to repeat over on the driver's side. So again, now that you can see over here, nylon spacer, male side. female side, nylon spacer, steel washer, steel lock washer, finally a nut. And again, our spacer plate here, foam on the forward side of the bolt. Next, we need to attach our steel frame to our mounting feet. I'm gonna go through with a carriage bolt from the cab side, washer and lock nut. Same thing on the driver's side. Again, carriage bolt, washer, lock nut. Then we're going to lift this into place. So our mounting feet go over those studs. Then over these, it's just a washer, lock washer, steel nut, washer, lock washer, and nuts. Finally, we're going to tighten down our 19mm nuts. We're going to start with these nuts on the inside of the bed, then top of the bed, and then finally these. And that just about does it for the installation of this back rack on our Ford F-150. Again, this is a 2021 model year. It is the Super Crew, not that that matters. It's also the 5.5-foot bed, not that that matters, other than the fact that you do have to cut out that plastic trim to access those stake pockets. Now, if you're looking for this product or any other equipment to get your truck or van ready for work, be sure to check us out at upfitsupply.com. Again, my name is Ryan. Have a good one.